My stream died for a second there, I think. Yeah, it should be back. Is it back up now? Is it good? I want to say that my internet crapped out on me for a second there, probably. Let me see. No. Huh. The stream's had an issue. I need to line my shit up, man. I'm all fucked up right now. Oh, it fixed itself? Okay. Yeah, I was about to go look on Twitch and see what was going on with it. So it's back up then. All right. Yeah, there was must have been a pause in my internet for a second there. Like a little hiccup. I don't know, man. I got a Gigabyte Aorus Master motherboard, and it has Intel i219V Ethernet adapter on it, and they are really bad. They're absolutely horrendous. It's a big issue. It's the 219 and like the 220V or something like that. Because on the 440s, like Asus or something like that, they have a little bit newer version of it, and those are having issues too with like internet cutting in and out constantly and shit like that. I even bought an Ethernet card because of how bad it was. But they came out with a new. They just came out with a new driver for it. It seems like it's helping out a lot, because I used to just disconnect, reconnect all the time until I deleted the drivers and re-downloaded and installed new drivers of the same drivers again. And then it would work for like half a day or a day, and then it would start doing it all over again. So, at least now it's somewhat stable. Yeah, I don't know. I was a big fan of Gigabyte, man, but I think I might get away from them now. I don't know. Every fucking company seems to have their own problems when it comes to motherboards and graphics cards and all that other shit. I don't know. Why am I not catching fish next to the dock, man? What's going on? Alright. Let's go see if I can turn this in. Oh, that's here. So it's 16.99 silver for that. Let's see how much it is for it on the market. So on the market, it's worth eight silver. I almost said $8. 8 silver, 16. So I double my money here, so that's fine. So, ooh, how big is this? Damn, a 10-kilo asp? Are you kidding me? Oh shit, I have this. Two just over 3 kilos. 133 silver for those two pike. I love when they have the pike ones in there. Yeah, I wasn't talking about Cabo. He wasn't the guy I was talking about. It's that Carvis guy. Carvis set. That was the guy that's his buddy. What am I at now? 3,160. How much is it for these? Actually, that's not too bad. That's actually not bad at all. Price. Yeah. I might as well just sell it all right now. Let's see how long I got on this stupid thing. 46 minutes left. Yeah. Yeah, that's the second time I've turned that pike one in. It's pretty nice. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. Got lucky. His buddy's telling him that he's saying that he got everything he needs. Now the guy's like, give me lure, spinner. What lures do you want? Spiker? Oh my god, dude. Someone said they'll give him a lure kit now. That's what they should have gave him in the first place. Just give him a lure kit. I swear to God, this Lenubro kid, he's got to be like 14 years old or 12 years old or something. You cannot tell me that's a grown ass man acting like that. If it's a kid, it's understandable. How about a rusty hook? That kid's lucky I don't have premium. I'd probably sit here and just send him a whole bunch of bread dough one at a time. Until I got bored. Like one bread dough, one bread dough, one bread dough. Send him like 100 of them. In the winter hole, here we go. Ooh, cloudy day. Cloudy day. Should be a good bite rate today. Bring this back down some. I think that's one of the things that sucks about this game is like you're taking, you take 2 steps forward and 3 steps back sometimes when you have to fix these reels. You're telling me I got to spend. So say I make 700 something silver in 2 days of in-game days. You're telling me I got to spend that much money just to fix one of my reels, and then on top of that I got to wait 3 fucking hours for it. Like, come on, man. Like you're not making the wear and tear in the game like a feature of the game to where it's like, yeah, it's understandable because it's realistic to a point, right? But but instead it's like a super inconvenience and like a super, it's a deficit. I mean, really, that's what it is. It's a deficit. You're losing money. You're losing time. That's time you could be. That's time you could be using that reel to be fishing with. Catching bigger fish. I don't think there should be a time at all. I think you should just get it repaired instantly. It should be an instant repair with silver. Instant repair with silver, and you shouldn't have to wait. I mean, if you're gonna make us spend that much silver in the first fucking place, you might as well just make it an instant fucking. Like holy crap. To me, there's far too many money sinks in the game when you're consistently saving for reels, rods at a higher level. Yeah. See, I know that once you get to a certain point, like once I get my 2 20 kg conventional reel setups and I start catching these bigger fish and I'm making a lot of money, that's not gonna that money, the cost to fix the reels isn't gonna mean shit anymore, right? Because at a certain point in this game, when your gear's high enough, you're gonna be making so much money that it's not gonna matter anymore. But before then, it's an issue. Oh, this little bastard came right in. Yeah, nice. A big, glaring issue that doesn't feel good. Well, everybody's talked about it, man. Like, people have already expressed their distaste for it and shit, and, you know, the devs already came out and said they don't give a shit, and you're just going to have to deal with it. They said, oh, well, you have the option to use gold. You could use gold to take no time. It's instant with gold. Well, yeah, but like, you're telling me I gotta spend $10 just to fucking insta heal my reel? Like, get the fuck out of here. And that's the problem with the free to play mechanics when they get abused like this. You know, if you're gonna have a free to play game, then that's on you, right? But to me, they should have just had it to where you paid $30 for the game, and then yeah, and then the game was fun, right? I wouldn't mind it being grindy, even though it's 30. See what I mean? I don't feel like the dev for the Fisher hates me. Well, yeah, because it's not grindy. I don't even think there's wear and tear in that game yet, right? In the Fisher, there's no wear and tear yet, right? I can't remember. Oh, another eyed. Oh, I did not. I did not. I did not. I didn't. I didn't. I didn't. I didn't. Thank you. Yeah, there is. My hook on one of the rods is hat durability. Oh, okay. I just haven't had to deal with it yet, I don't think. In that game. Which is nice. Oh, there we go, on the turn. Got him on the turn. Like I said, there needs to be a balance. You know, like, why not just make it to where you need to buy... Here's my thing, right? Why didn't they just make it to where there's kits? Like, there's a real repair kit, a rod repair kit, you know, a tool repair kit to repair hooks and leaders or whatever with, right? And you just have to keep, you know, they have so many uses, and you just have to keep buying those every now and then. Like, that would be fine to me, too. Like, all right, I just gotta have to repair my shit every now and then. Right? Make them like fucking 300 silver or something, right? You're still keeping the economy down somewhat, but you're not fucking making people pissed off by doing it. Like, yeah, they're gonna be irritated that they have to fucking buy them every now and then, right? But right. Yeah, well, remember, it's a free to play game. Right, well, see, that's the difference you're forgetting, right? The Fisher isn't a free to play game. You paid for the game, right? So if it was like RF4 in that, I would have got a refund. I would have got a refund for that game if it would have been like that. The problem is that he is sort of treating it like a free to play too, because he did go back on his word about not doing microtransactions and all that shit. He said he would never do it, and then he ended up turning around, and now you can buy like fishing kits and shit like that with real money, right? And now there's DLCs that you have to pay for, like the American one and the other one, which I don't agree with that either. If you pay $30 for the game, you know, you shouldn't have to pay for the DLCs, man. They shouldn't be DLCs. They should just be expansions to the game that he's adding to the game. And people complain about the American one. They said the bite rate in that one's like absolutely horrendous. And I was like, really? Yeah, people, you can go read on that one too on Steam. People were complaining about that. So yeah, so that's why I said he's made some mistakes on that game too. So, but like when I play it, do I feel like, you know, do I feel Yeah, do I ever feel like it's like I get it pissed off about it? No, I don't ever sit there and get pissed off with the game at all. I played it today. I bought it all. I bought all the DLCs. Yeah, I don't like the way that companies are nickel and diming gamers like that. You know, they'll they'll make you pay full price for a game, and they won't even give you the full game. They'll they'll take, and they've already made these, right? So like the DLCs for Destiny 2, like they already had those made, but when the game was sold, right? They just cut them up and then release them slowly as DLCs over time, and they do that shit on purpose. Instead of just giving you the whole game at once and then adding DLCs on top of that, they make the game and they could cut pieces of the game up and then release those later, right? It's already a proven sales tactic that the gaming industry is starting to do to gamers, or that they've been to doing to gamers now. You know, and it's gross, man. It's fucking gross. If you pay for a game, you should get the full fucking game. You know, it's one thing if they make the full game and then they create a DLC after the full game's released and sold. That I don't mind that as much. But some of the practices that they're doing is they're making a full game and then they're taking the game before they sell the game, cutting out parts of that game and then selling that. And that's what they did in the original Destiny. I think it was what was the big deal on that one was they didn't even give you the full game. They cut out like a quarter of it and then chopped it up and then released it as DLCs instead of releasing it all out in the beginning when you bought the game. Like, it's crazy that they do that. Like, they think that like gamers are gonna be like, oh, that's fine. And they did too, because look at Destiny 2 is doing fine. People bought the shit out of that game even though they got burned on the first one. Yeah, but see, you're getting the new price. We all paid what, $30? I think all the rest of us in the beginning, back when he first sold it, it was like $30 for the game. You know, he's reduced his prices now, probably because he's not selling it as much as he used to, right? So, you got to think about that too, man. You got to think about the prices that we paid versus what you're paying. I mean, even at $30, I mean, you got to think for $30, there wasn't that much. Like, there's a decent game there, but it's not a huge amount of content. Like, it's okay, you know, and it makes sense that it's $30. You paid attention, my ass. It has nothing to do with paying attention. It has to do with like being like, you know what, fuck it. You know, I want to help this guy out. I want to pay the money now, get into it, because you always get the 2-hour refund too. You know. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I kind of stopped doing that. But he was very transparent in the beginning. You saw everything that he was doing, and it all looked good to me. So that's why I went right after it. I went after it right away, and it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. So it was one of the very few experiences I've had with the what's it called? The early access. It was one of the good early accesses that I've ever had. I live on $182 every 2 weeks, taking care of my disabled wife. Games are expensive. Oh, I got you, dude. I started when I saw the price this low and I had the extra money, got it to try and was like, please God, let him keep making this game amazing. Yeah, and he did. He's changed like 3 of the venues completely. So one of them I didn't like the change, but you know, it's whatever. It's not my game, so. It's not what I like. It's what the dev wants. I thought that one lake was pretty cool the way it was. He could have just updated that instead of completely fucking changing it. But I think he wrote that he had a different vision for that lake in the first place, and then the one he had put up in the first place was kind of a placeholder, and that's why he did it. So. Again, it's, you know, it's up to him. It's his stuff, whatever. I started getting into the carp fishing at France, at that French fucking place, because I got worn out on catching trout all day. Which trout fishing was really good money, really good fucking money. Like I said, it's on my Twitch channel. I did a video for it, so making money off those trout, and then I got the bigger gear. And I started going at the big carp. The hell? What's going on with this bite rate, man? Holy shit! Should be slaying them right now. Body out. Oh, there's one. Not good. I'll try it. I'm gonna throw my kilo on here. See what happens. Might be a bad idea, but we'll see. You can catch pretty big fish in those Aquilas. Yeah, thanks for the follow, Double. Where's that doobie? Got lurkers. Lurking in the background. And I'm happy I got that weekly, man. That extra silver you get is nice, man. Especially since it's the end of the week. It's going to be hard for somebody else to bump me off that list now. Because I think it updates on Sunday. Matter of fact, I'm going to look at it right now. Come on. And I want to eat a pizza really bad right now, but I'm not going to do that. Yeah, baby. Yeah, on that DP8 crank. That's so good. What weekly did you get? Right here. 11 pike. 11.052 kilogram Volkhov Lemcaster. I'm right there. There we go. It's easy to get weeklies on the USA region. We suck compared to everybody else. Or maybe it's just the size of fish that we're given. Maybe the Russians hate America so much they give us the smaller fish. Nice fish, but you pike. Hey man, I used to think the same thing, but pike are really good money. Pike are really good money, and they bite when nobody else wants to bite. So, I mean, they're more expensive than fucking salmon are. It's crazy. People have just got a bad taste in their mouth because they've been bitten off. I think I've lost 3 or 4 lures to pike. They eat lures and shred leaders. Yeah. But if you have rigs like mine, you don't have to worry about it. 23.1 kilo fluorocarbon. Ain't no pike biting me off, bro. I'm fine. And they can't shred the fluorocarbon leader up. So it's pretty easy. And it's just because of how heavy it is. If it wasn't that heavy, then yeah, they could. That's why they're that big. I don't take pike lightly. Oh shit. Oh, 14 kilo common carp. Nice. Why is your leer higher than your line? Let's see that setup again. Because I know what I'm doing. Here. No, you read it right. This actually used to be 26 kilo braid, but I reduced it. I went to mono because I don't want to fuck the. I don't want to wear out my gear as much, and this is the best size I could get for the diameter for getting line on my reels. So this is what I end up with. I'm not going to change this because of pike. If it wasn't for pike, I don't care. I'm never going to lock my reel out. I don't understand why people lock their fucking reels out. If you don't lock your reel out, you're not going to break anything. Like, it's crazy. I mean, my rods are 23K rods, kg rods, and one of my reels is 14.5, one of the other reels is 7.5, which is supposed to be a 14.5. Yeah, but see, I don't know why you guys lock out. I mean, unless you're at the high end and you're trying to pull in like 100K kg fish because it won't move and you don't have a choice, I never lock out, man. I never lock out. Yeah, I never lock out on the big fish. I just chase them down. I just chase them down. I don't lock down on them. I set my drag as high as it can go before the lockout, and then I just fight them. If I got a 20 kilo Atlantic salmon on my big rod, it might take me 20-30 minutes to get them in. That's all. And since I'm using the mono, the wear would be a lot less. Don't bother me at all. And then that leader, like I said, the fluoro leader is that big, is so pike can't bite through it. Because if I use leaders that are 17 kilos and smaller, if I get a decent size, they'll just bite through the fucking thing. Once if it's a big enough pike, they'll bite through it, or they'll more break it when you're fighting against them than actually biting it. Even though it says they bite teeth, but it's not because of the teeth only. It's because you're also like putting a lot of pressure on the line too. But when you have that fluorocarbon leader that's that big, yeah, I know. That's why the Narga's nice. I mean, to me, the leader, its purpose is to be there, so anything before the leader doesn't take damage there. Even if it's like 1 kg weaker. So, Okay, so I don't know if you guys know this, but the bar down there, that is not your overall setup. That bar down represents the weakest point in your rig. This tension bar down here. So when it goes all the way red, it breaks whatever the weakest thing in your rig is, right? It's not an overall thing. So as long as you're smart and you pay attention to shit, as long as you're smart and pay attention to shit and don't let the shit go in the red or lock out, it's not. You're fine. The wear and everything is not even going to be that bad either. Like, the only reason I had as much wear on my stuff as I did is because I was using fucking braid, and braid wears the shit out of your stuff no matter what you do. And I get the idea behind having the leader as being the weakest links. That way, if something is going to break, it's the leader and nothing else, right? But as long as you're smart about the rig that you're using and how you're using it, you don't have to worry about that, period. Nothing's going to break. That's the whole point. And then you can get away with doing what I'm doing and pulling in fish pretty easily. And if you do get a bigger fish and you have to chase it down, I mean, that's not a big deal because you're trolling. If you're on the shoreline, that's a little different. You could still lock out, but you'd have to be really, really careful about doing the lockout. I mean, I do the same thing with feeder rods too. I do the exact same thing with feeder rods. As long as you don't lock it out. Like, I don't understand. There's no argument there. That's the facts of the game. I could put a 100-kilo line on here if I wanted to. It's not gonna, you know what I mean? It's not gonna do anything. As long as I don't lock my shit out, I'm fine. Now, the time you'd have to worry is if you do this setup and then you get a hold of like a 50 kg fish and it's straining the weakest part of your rig, and then it does hit, and then you break your reel or whatever, right? Even without locking out, because that's possible. Yeah, no, I'm perfectly aware, which I've dealt with that over with grass carps while I was trying to catch bream. If you have a random big fish and just attach your stuff randomly, everything would break. You're doing work to spin, agreement. I have never locked anything in the game and still did quite a bit of damage. You're wrong. So, again, what I'm saying isn't wrong, which you're not taking what I'm saying incorrectly, right? If so say I have a 7.5 kilo reel, right? And I have a 7.5 kilo rod, and then say I just have like a 50 kilogram, a kg leader, right? So now say I get a 20 kilo fish on there and it takes off, right? Yeah, of course it's going to wear the shit down because it's pulling drag like crazy, right? Because you can't stop the fish no matter what you want to do, right? That's not the point I'm making here. The point I'm making here is that my setup is set up for the fish that I'm catching and the size that I'm catching, right? They can't pull drag that much unless I get a certain size of fish, and even then I'll fight them for a little bit and it won't be that bad, right? I'm not gonna, like, even when I caught that 27 kilo catfish, it wasn't that bad of a fight. Like, yeah, it was a good little fight and top, back and forth and stuff, but like, but with the mono and all that stuff, it doesn't wear your shit down that bad, is my point, right? As long as you're doing this correctly. Because what wears your shit down is all the drag being pulled and shit like that. Right, but the point of the whalers, let the fish break it off if the fish is bigger than you can handle, not to chase around with a weaker setup. That doesn't No, no, like no. I understand what you're saying about the idea behind the leader, right? Like saying, oh well, a leader is there to break. It should be the weakest point of your rod and reel setup, so that way if something's going to break, you want the leader to break, right? I understand this concept, right? But nice shit's not gonna break. None of my stuff's gonna break. I'm not worried about it breaking. If I was in a situation where I was moving up and my rig was like that, where the best stuff I could do with my rig, like if I had a better rig and I was going after bigger fish, and those bigger fish could throw me into the red easily, even at 29. Like, so if I was at 29 and not locked out, and it could put my rig into the red and possibly break something, then I would always, my leader would be the weakest point of the setup, no matter what. I would do it that way, right? But because here I know I'm not going to do that, that's not going to happen. Nothing is going to put me in the red to break me off. Period. Dude, I've already caught 13, 15. I caught a 15 kg salmon on this setup too. So what are you talking about? It works. Like, you guys are like, you guys are crazy, man. There's nothing wrong with chasing down a fish that's still within range of your gear, right? A 20 kilo fish is still in range of my 14.5 kilo reels. That they're meant to handle up to 2 times the weight of the kg. Yeah, I understand that. If I got a 20 kg fish on here, I'd just be chasing them around the lake. I'm not disagreeing with that. And yeah, I'd have wear on my reel because of all the drag he would take. I'm not disagreeing with that, right? I'm not worried about that, man. I'm not gonna break my shit off though. I already had one. I already had a fish that I'm pretty sure was a 20 kg take off on my Narga once because I couldn't do anything to him. He took off like a bat out of hell, and I couldn't stop him. It was like my Narga didn't even exist, right? But I started chasing him down, but he popped off the fish got away. But I just want to chase him around until he got tired, because that's the same thing you do at the end of in the high end of this game when you're trying to pull in a 400 kilo fucking sturgeon or whatever, right? It's the same fucking concept. Like, that's still way more than your gear is supposed to be able to handle, but you still have, there's certain things you can do to mitigate those things, right? There's certain things you could do to still beat the fish and still win against the fish, not break your gear and not do stuff like and not break your gear, right? Then you just okay. You just alt F4. Like, if you got a fish way the hell bigger than what your shit's set up for, and you don't want to, like, so maybe if I got a hold of a catfish that was way too big, I would just alt F4 and start the game over again. It's just like when you get snags and stuff like that. I just alt F4. I don't sit there and fight shit. Like, are you crazy? I don't do that. I'm not gonna sit there and let the fish take drag forever and wear my gear out. I don't care. This isn't like a democracy or something. I'm gonna play the game the way I want to play the game. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, holy crap. Because even if you didn't alt F4, you could always cut the line too. I mean, if you really came down to it, especially if you're doing feeder rods and stuff like that, like, who cares? No, Angel, again, we're not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing you what the purpose of a leader is for. I understand that. I agree. We know that. What I'm saying is you don't have to follow that logic. You don't have to go by that logic. As long as you know that your setup can handle what you're dealing with and it won't break anything, then it doesn't matter. Then it doesn't matter what it is. Within reason, obviously. You don't want to have something way the fuck bigger than what your rod and reels are supposed to have, because then you will get extra wear and tear on certain things. If the diameter and stuff is way the hell bigger than it's supposed to be, right? That will increase some of the wear and tear. But the wear and tear, it's more about like braid versus mono type thing, because the braid is what really kills gear when fish are just rip and drag out of you. And yeah. So for feeders, you can't really chase them down too much, depending on the lake, depending where you're at. You know, so some places you can follow them down the river and stuff like that. I've seen people do that with the sturgeon, where they like follow them up and down the river all day. You know, so yeah, it just depends on your situation. If you're in a lake where they can just run across the lake, and then yeah, you need to have that leader like that, so that way it'll break, or you can just cut the line or whatever, right? So, but there's no reason to put yourself at a disadvantage. You should always be trying to put yourself at the best advantage that you can have against the fish when you're playing the game, you know. And I'm not the first person that's done this. I'm like, there's literally people that I watch videos that are higher ranked, that do higher fishing, that this is exactly what they do. Their lowest point of the gear is not the leader. So and I don't it sucks because I wish you wouldn't go through the game thinking like that all the time. Like yeah, I get it, that's what the leaders are for, but is it the game allows you to do other things, and you should have an open mind about those, you know. So that way, maybe in the future, you're in a situation where you're like, holy shit, I can do that same thing with this and catch fish easier, or maybe have a better time or a better chance of catching a trophy of this or that. Because if I would have gone the normal way with the leader, there's no way I would have been able to do that, right? What am I doing? Yeah, I mean, if they were, see, that's the thing is if the devs were smart, they could have made it to where, like, you know, you can't have a leader that's bigger than the main line, right, or something like that. You know, they could have done that, you know, to keep that even from happening in the first place. But I mean, they allow you to do that because I think they expect you to do stuff like that sometimes, or something like that. Because why else would you be able to do that? Oh. And that's what's really stupid now is I remember before, if you got in a snag, it wasn't that hard to get out of it. But now, man, and I know I saw the update notes that they made it harder to get out of snags now. I was trolling around the islands here, and I got into 3 of them, and you couldn't even get out of the snag. Like, you went into the snag, and then I was right clicking, and I wasn't even getting that little bar that pops up that tells you, like, not enough power, couldn't get out of snag, or whatever the hell it was. That wasn't even showing up. So it's like your lure would run into a tree or something, and then it would be a snag. And then and then you would, and then I was trying to get out of it like a snag, but it wasn't like doing the thing to show that it was a snag. So I went to the other side of the tree, to thinking like, well, maybe if I go to the other side, the lure will just go the opposite direction and then it'll get out of there. But nope, it would stay there, and I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do if the game? If the game isn't showing the little box that says like, oh, nope, you didn't get out of the snag, you didn't get out of the snag over and over like you normally do, then this is like go fuck yourself. You're like, you lost this no matter what you do type thing. So I just alt F4 on that too. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and lose stuff because the game doesn't even allow you to even try to get it out. Like, that was crazy to me, and that's like over in those areas, like over there and around that corner over there, because there's trees and logs and stuff in the water. And sometimes they just go through it, and sometimes they get stuck on them. Oh boy. You know, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think in the Fisher Online about that, because yeah, I think there's leaders in that now too. And I think my setups in that game are like that, where the leader is the weakest point, and I think that's, yeah. But that also goes to the fact of like, if you look at RF4, if you look at the line diameters versus the line key, the kgs and all that stuff, it's really hard to match stuff up to what you want it to be as you move up, because some kgs aren't even close to what you need. Like, I could have a 14.5 kg reel, but there isn't like a 14 kg line that I need, right? In some circumstances, you'll see that where the line is, instead of 14, it's 15 or 15.5. You know. Leveled on trophy eel. Oh, nice! You got a trophy eel. No way. That's some good money right there. You would think that the devs wanted to stop people from Alt F4, and they would just make it to where, like, if you have a fish on and you Alt F4, then the game just automatically makes you lose, like, your lure or your hook or whatever. Anyway. Man, the bite rate's been bad today. That's what I was talking about before. Some days are just, some days the bite rate is just bad no matter what you're using. Time is it? Ooh, I might be able to go get my reel back. And it's not hard feeling, guys. I'm not upset or anything. I'm not worried about it or anything. I like conversations that take more than one brain cell. Three spine stickleback. Bite rate went into the dumps, man. I'm gonna put on that DP crank. I think that's gonna fix it. Where am I at? Oop, wrong way. Damn it. I'm always on the wrong side. Oh, that's right. Let's head that. Oh, I'm gonna put the Hunter Zero on here. This is gonna be hilarious. Oh no, I shouldn't have put it on that one. What am I doing? Oh, that's so stupid. If something grabs that right now, I'm fucked. I was kidding. I was kidding. My God, that thing is just keeps taking off. And even the snatchers are like, oh, no, yes, try that. I feel like that's gonna be a mistake too. Is that a fucking perch? Oh. Hey, there's a pink salmon. Oh, it's past one. I like these little diving lures. They were pretty good at one time too. I keep saying that. Like, I hate that I keep saying that. Like, yeah, I remember when these were good. Take this up. What can I put on you? No way. Let's try it. I'm gonna laugh my ass off if I get some on this. Man, I got like 75% of a level today. Oh shit, something grabbed it. What is it? Oh, that's gotta be a pike. You cannot tell me that's not a big ass pike. No way, dude. Oh, I hope this lure holds out. There's a big fish. Oh, maybe he was pretending. Oh, it's a big pike. Nice. Oh, shit. I think I might have figured out my new trolling technique. Because if that keeps giving me fish, once I get my alpha back, I might just roll 2 of those and roll around. Catch him. Because if I catch 3 to 6 kilo fucking pike all day, or 10, that's fucking amazing money. That was cool seeing it come out of the water and eat it though. Oh. Come on, do it again. Come on. Oh, it was so cool seeing that fish eat that. Oh, there goes another one. Oh, this is so cool. Was that an ide? What the hell is that, a roach? Oh, it's an ide. I was like, what the fuck? What am I, being retarded? Oh, oh, no, 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 no. Don't be too big for this. This is probably a 4 kilo fish. 3. 2? What? My God. 7.5 kilo fucking reel has a hard time with a 2.6. Like, come on, man. Oh, let's see if we can't catch a pike grabbing this again. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yep. Here we go. So now we're catching a fish way bigger than what this reel can handle. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. Eh. You ain't gonna outsmart me like that. I forgot I put that big ass line on there. But I don't have that much line. Totally forgot. It's coming right for me. This is probably like a 6 kilo fish. 6 or 7 kilo fish, and it's... And I had to deal with this just because I'm using that 7.5 rod or reel. I'm gonna have to wait till this thing gets tired. Oh God. Oh God. See, that makes me want to buy... That makes me want to buy 2 big poppers. Or 2 big floating lures. And then just go around. Because 6.5 is really not that bad of a pike. That's actually pretty damn good. That's probably like 30 silver. Can I put pressure on him, maybe? What are we doing? Are we going to the shoreline? Is that what you're doing, buddy? Oh, he's starting to get tired. I'm pulling drag as hard. I can actually lift on him and the drag doesn't just completely go. Get a little bit, feeling a little bit on him. Little shit. Yeah, I don't know about this. I think he's gonna end up taking enough line where I have to like put the rod down and speed after him again. He's probably gonna come off. So I don't know what happens in this situation. I chase him down, and there's so much slack in the line. By the time I reel up, the fish gets off. But I should have changed the line out because I have way less line than I should. All right, motherfucker. Let's go. Fucking fish got the zoomies when you ain't got the line for them. I caught up to him. Oh. I thought I was going to be able to start lifting on him. No. A little bit. No. He thinks he's smarter than me. Oh my god, he's keeping up with the boat going forward. What the hell? That's sad, man. These fish get the zoomies and shit. There we go. Fish got away. See? Oh, that's how it's gonna end. Hey, what's up, quarantine? Yeah, what's up, man? I'll see if my reel's ready to pick back up again. That's why I hated having that 7.5 with the other one before, having to chase fish down. Mono 1 and caliber reels? Are you talking about like brands? Like there's specific names on the reels. Some of them are like Saber and Gold 80s and all that other stuff. Like I'm going back right now. If you want to see what's in the inventory, I'll show you in the stores. I'm not sure how many of the reels are named after real life products. Honestly, because it's a Russian game. Actually, I wanted to check that out. Yeah, that's not too bad. 162 silver. Let's see if there's anything to turn in. Ask crayfish, blah, blah, blah. Nope, nothing to turn in. Sell that. Blah. 20 minutes. That's all right. So, which exactly are you trying to ask about? Are you talking about spinners, bait casters? So, like, in the beginning, you got Spark, Libra, Hydra, Express, Siberia, Lacertes, Lagoon, Hydra, Element, Adriatica, Element Pro, Sputnik, Siberia. You're asking about Caliber and Model 1. I don't think there is Caliber and Model 1s. That doesn't sound familiar to me. Model 1 and Caliber kills. Oh, there is a Caliber right here. The Caliber HSV. Siberia Caliber HSV. And then there's a Siberia Caliber here. And that's it. So these two, which are higher end reels. Oh, you asked about mine? No, I'm using. This is only because my other one's in the shop right now. But I'm using a Narga, and my other one's the Alpha. Yeah, my Alpha's sitting here in the thing right now. Yeah, Narga is actually one of the best reels in its class. They handle way bigger fish because the drag strength or the break strength is 14.5, but it's got an ultimate strength of like 44 or whatever kg if you lock it all the way down. The problem is that it's really expensive now. So it's not. So here it is right here. It's 3,490 silver now. So you're kind of better off. You're kind of better off buying something else right now. The Narga's kind of a niche reel now. Because of Yama, which is the last lake in the game now, because people are using it to catch pretty big salmon. And which is why they raised the price on it. But Alpha's still a good one to go after. So it's 2,390, which this is the one I have that's in the shop right now. So this is a good reel. If you want to go super cheap, you can get the Gold 80, or not super cheap, but cheaper. You can go with the Gold 80. I don't recommend the Gold 80. I do recommend you just save the money and get the Alpha if you're getting up to that point. I think that's. I'm trying to think if there's another one in here that people go to, because some people jump to. Where is it? Yeah, some people jump to this one. So some people jump to the Beluga instead, and that's $3,115 silver instead of 3,490. So it just depends on what you want to do. Before that, though, like going from my thing that I always do is I always go to the Lacertes. Oh, these are the old Lacertes or the new Lacertes. I have the old Lacertes. So you go to, I guess you go to this then. So there's lagoons. I guess you could just go to these lagoons because they're 5.5. Narga is a good reel. And then I'm level 21 and farm on Belaya River. So are you spin fishing or bottom fishing? I'm assuming you have 7.5 kg reels then? I mean, except for if you're spinning, it wouldn't be that. It would. Well, yeah, it could be that big, but if you're going after brown trout, it can be. Yeah, that's what normally people are doing there right now. Is they're spin fishing for the browns during the day, and then at night they're bottom fishing. I have a setup for Belaya myself. This isn't like the main one a lot of people use. This is the one I came up with myself. It's the Trident 9 kg with a 8 kg rod. I know the rod's less kg than the reel. You're not supposed to do that, yada yada yada. But I don't lock out my reel. I'm not gonna break my stuff. But the important part is the test here, the 3 through 15 grams. Because in order to throw the small lures that you need to throw really far, you have to be able to, the test has to be that low. That's what's hard about it. It's hard to find, for cheap, it's hard to find a rod. I think this rod was like 1,000 silver. I think it was 1,000 silver. I'm not sure. But then there's a 9 kg reel to go along with that. And I could throw the small lures pretty far with it. No, I said 1,000. Hold on. Let me look. Rods. This is like a high-end setup. You don't have to have this set up to fish there, but I'm trying to catch when I'm there. I'm trying to like I have a chance of catching a 3 kg brown. You need that kind of a rig. If you want to just get away with like the minimal, you can use this. You can use the Express Fishing Corona S60L with the spark and some line in the lures. You can do that. You can do it. It's just the problem is if you get a hold of like a 3 kg fish, you're gonna be hurting. You can upgrade the reel on this to something a little bit better, like a 5 kg reel or something, and you could still work this. But or you can just go like a little bit bigger, rod and reel. Like this one's got a Lacerti, but this one you get more points because it's a light, a light or ultralight, that type of thing. But no, that's okay. You're fine. So my setup, I'll show you what my setup costs. Spinning rods. So, I'm sorry. So 558 silver for the rod, right? So 558 silver for the rod. And then the reel is this one, isn't it? No, that's not it. Where is it? I'm being stupid. Oh, here it is. Here's the reel. The reel's 847 silver for the reel. And then the line and stuff. So it's not too bad. Not too bad of a price. It's like $1,200-$1,300 or whatever, plus the cost of the line. But like I said, you can get away with lower stuff than this if you wanted to. Because what you have to pay attention to, again, the two things you must pay attention. I'm sorry. So the two things you got to pay attention to is the test. The 2 to 12 is fine. You need it to be like 3 grams to 10 grams or 2 grams to 10 grams or whatever. And then you got to look at the spinning reel size that's allowed on the rod. So it says right there that only fishing reel size match 1,000 and 2,000, right? So if I go in here and I'm looking at the spinning reels, like here's a 1,000. It's only 2.5, right? It's hard to find the matches for that. Like so here's a 3,000. That's 8 kilo, right? It's hard to match the reel that you have to have for the rod. That's why I went with the setup I went with, because I got to me, this was like the cheapest high end I could get, right? Because this is a 3,000. The rod that I picked can handle 3,000 reels, right? And it's also 8 kg for the low capacity on this, and I get 25 extra experience, because that way, if I got a hold of a 3 kg, 4 kg fish, I could actually fight it and actually, catch the damn thing. I caught a 4.888 kilogram taimen on it so far, and it's worked well. So, but it's up to you. You can use lower end stuff and get away with lower end stuff. Still, you'd have a pretty heavy fight on your hands. So like this one's not bad. This is actually one of the ones that's more used. Right here, this one. That 445 silver, it could take up to a 3,000 series reel, 25 experience, but it's a 7 kg low capacity. I just wanted my line to be heavier, to be able to have heavier line. That's why I went with the rod and reel that I did. So I had the Spinner Pro Light Kit. So you bought the Spinning Pro, this one. So let's see. That's fine. Wait, what's this? 4.4 and a 4 with a 3.5. Ooh, boy. Let's see. What's this? 6 kg. 13.5. 7.2. This is more like what I would do. Wait, let's see. What is this guy would test? So you couldn't get this because the test is too high. What is this? Yeah, that's too high. .7, 3, 5. Oh yeah, I guess that is the best one out of the group then, huh? Yeah, like that'll work. That'll work. That's actually probably better than the Spark setup. Yeah, so that is better than the Spark setup. So you do all right there with that. That'd be fine. That'd be fine. If you got a hold of a 3 kg fish, you'd have to really play them, and you just have to take your time. You'd probably eventually get them in. So yeah, that works. That works just fine. And then as far as lures go over there in Belaya right now, you want to get the Zaman Spiker number 2. The colors you're gonna want. So you're gonna want both these blacks. You're gonna want this gold with the dots on it. You're gonna want the blue with the dots on it. I think silver's in there too. And then you can also get this Hornet, this number 1 Hornet too. This is another good one that works there. Yes, I have the green and the blue one. The Aquilas. The Aquilas work good there too sometimes. So this color works well. This color can work well, and this color can work well too. As far as Dragon Bells go, this one's good at night. You want to use, is this the smallest? Yeah, so this is the smallest of the Dragon. This one's okay to use at night. These 3 work there too. You have to replace the hooks on them though, with like the Siberian hooks. The Magneseria, the Magneric hooks. But you got to be careful with these because these would catch you pike and taimen and stuff too, and asp and stuff. Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. Yeah, that's about it, man. I was using this the other day, and it was doing all right. This red one actually did pretty well. It was one day. One day it did really well. One day. I'm trying to think. I think that's about it. Yeah, between the spikers are usually fine. But the retrieval's the difference. So there's two retrievals that you do there. I'll show you right now. So one retrieval, we're gonna put it at let's see, let's do the speed up. So anywhere between 12 and 16, it's just a straight reel. So as soon as it goes in the water, you just start reeling it. Wait about 4 turns. And then hold shift down. You should see speed up at the bottom down there. As soon as it disappears, take your hand off shift. Right? So you're doing speed up, and you just do that the whole time. After 4 reels, then you do hold shift, speed up, and then let go. Right? After 4 reels, speed up, and then go. Yes. Yeah, that's the main spinning tactic. That's the main, when you're using spinners, that's the main tactic you're supposed to use on spinner baits. So here's the next one you can do, all right? The next one is it's like a mix between stop and go and what is it called? Jig stepping, right? So you're going to set it to 23 or speed 23. And then hold on. So in Belaya, when you're doing this, what you need to do is aim a little ahead, because remember the river's moving that way in Balaya, right? So you aim up the river a little bit. Keep your rod tip up, right? Let it sink. Don't touch it for a second. Click it. Wait like 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reel until it's all the way. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let go. And then you're just gonna let the at Belaya, what'll happen is the line will go to the left and will float down the river, right? So the lure is gonna float down and go to the bottom. Usually that's when you're getting your bite, is when the lure's floating to the left or down. So you count to 4 seconds and then you start reeling again. 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds again. Stop reeling, and then count 4 seconds and let the lure go down the river, right? And as you keep doing this, you should see a speed up icon. It should say speed up down there because you have it set to 23 speed. So you're getting like a moving with the river type thing, and you're getting a speed up out of it. So that's another, that technique usually works the best. But sometimes that speed up technique does really well too. I caught a brown 2 days ago or something like that, and I was 400 grams shy of the weekly record. And that's tips for Belaya. 13 minutes. I will figure that out tomorrow, man. That's pretty good silver. There's a cafe order right now for 10 kilogram ass. I'd love to fill for 700. Damn. I catch a lot of 3.1 grayling and his trophy from 3.2. Yeah, I hear you, man. I'm also after those weekly records, but yeah, it'd be nice to get a trophy. I haven't caught a trophy in forever. I don't know why. Stupid game. Not very nice. Let's see. Using light conventional reels. Texas, Rick, Carolina. Using heavy conventional reels. Usually it says 40, 50, and 60 conventional reels. 10, 20, and 30. Oh my god, I gotta check to make sure. I might. Reels, conventional. Is this it? No. Which one was I saving up for? I know it ain't you. Or is it you? No. Where is it? It was a 20 kg. What the hell is that? Am I in the wrong spot? Conventional reel, right? Did something change? Oh, I'm losing my mind. How many hours have you? What, playing this game? I don't have this on Steam, but I have 2 different accounts. I don't know if this tells you how many hours. Where is it at? 370 in-game days on this account, and I probably have another 3 years on another account or something like that. So quite a lot. I wouldn't say 3 full years. I mean, 3 years of playing. Reels. Conventional reels. Where is this reel that I wanted to buy? So you should be able to favorite stuff, like sets of stuff, so that way you can... No, it can't be that. No, I wasn't going to pay that much. What the hell? I'm losing my damn mind. I think this was it right here. I was in the wrong section. Yeah, because this is a classic baitcaster. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Reels. Conventional. That's a 30. That's 18,000 for that? Oh my god. Braid line is better than the others. So braid line is not better than the others. So this is how this works in this game, right? Floral line is basically for leaders, right? Mono line is good if you have a big enough reel to handle it, because mono is thicker and it wears out your rigs less, right? Braid has the smallest diameter in line, so it allows you to put the most line on your reels, but it wears out your stuff faster, like your reels and stuff. It wears them out pretty hardcore. So like my setup, right? Like I used to run this stuff, so 26.5 kg braided line. I can only put like 100 yards on there. I don't know why, but if I put braided line, my rod is going to shake. Well, see, that's the thing. So like, if you're talking about that spinning rod and you're in Balaya, you need to use braided line. Because that's exactly what I'm using. I'm using braided line on mine too. Because you need that smaller diameter with the heavier kg to get the bigger amount of line on your reel, and to have a higher kg at the same time. So yeah, but I don't know why if I put braided line, my rod is going to. I don't know what you mean by that. Going to shake. Going to shaking. I don't know. I would stick to whatever. Well, you're fine anyway. Your stuff is already automatically done because you bought the Pro. Right? Yeah, see, this is braid. Right? Oh, this is nylon. Oh, this is mono. Okay, okay, that's mono. Right. So that's mono. Monofilament. I mean, this is fine. Let me see this. So, yeah. So, ouch. 19. Damn, that doesn't give you that much room on the reel, huh? Because you probably only got like 115 or 20 meters of line on there because of that, the diameter of this. But again, this will reduce the wear and tear on your reel and rod, right? That's the idea behind it. So if you can use this, then I would use this. This setup is fine. Like, you don't need to use braid. If this is fine. Now, if you think you need more line, then you have to go to braid, right? Because let's see, this doesn't say though. Right. So how much line does it say that your reel has on it? Because if no, that's fine. 11, a .11 the millimeter is better than this as long as the kg is better. But again, you're outweighing the differences, right? So braid is gonna wear your gear out faster, right? Versus mono. But you could put more braid on your reel than you can mono. You have more line, right? So that's the thing is, do you want to have more wear and tear on your gear but have more line? Or do you want to stick with this? Well, you could get more line and probably a heavier line. Or do you want to stick with this, right? Because you need to have a leader, a fluoro leader. You need a fluorocarbon leader too, right? So because what you can do is you can do a 4 kilogram line too. Oh, okay. So because what I would do if I was you and I was gonna do braid, I would do a 4 kilogram braid, right? And then do a 3.5 kilogram fluorocarbon leader, a 3.5K fluoroliter carbon leader, right? That way, if you catch something too big, the leader is going to break, right? Because you're using such low gear that's a big possibility, right? Because that's what you want. You want your fluorocarbon leader to break first using this low-end gear like this. So if we look at lines and go to braid, we need to pick the big spool. Let's see. So we said 5 kilo, right? So you could buy this, which is actually 0.14. So you're gonna get even more line on there, right? And then rig components, plastic leaders, fluorocarbon. So here's a 3.2, right? So you could throw that 3.2 on there, fluorocarbon leader on there, right? That way, let's see. So 0.14 means you would have 208 meters of line on there, right? Versus this, which is like you only have like 115 or whatever, right? But again, remember, it's going to cause more wear on your reel if you catch a big enough fish and it's dragging your drag all over the place. So that's up to you. You can do that, but you definitely need to change. You definitely need to change that 6.8 kg leader out, though. You need to get a smaller fluorocarbon leader on there. So that way, if you do get a big enough fish and it breaks off, all it does is break the leader, right? So, like I said, you can leave this like this, and you can buy that 3.2 fluorocarbon leader if you want to, or you can go buy that braided line, that 0.14 millimeter braided line, which is 4 kg, just like this, and then put that 3.2 fluorocarbon leader on that as well, and then fish like that, because that'll give you even more line, right? So it's up to you. And then when you get higher levels, you can do stuff like this, where I have a 14.5 kg reel, and I know this reel can handle probably 2 times the amount of the kg, so I put a way bigger line on it and a way bigger leader on it, but I don't go in the red, I don't lock out my reel, and if I get a big enough fish that I need to chase around, I can chase it around. It's not a big deal, right? So you can do stuff like that, but this just depends on the situation and, the gear you have and what fish you're going after. So in your situation, you definitely need to have that set up that way. So that way, if a big fish gets it and you can't handle it, it'll just break. It'll break the leader. So yeah, for the most part, you're not gonna have a lot of problems in Belaya because everything's small there. So you know, you're gonna be catching 1.8 kg graylings, 2 point something graylings, or something like that. You know, those will be a lot of fun. Only the trainers are bigger. Oh, Taimans. I can't 6 kg Taiman. Yeah, like I said, the graylings are like 1 to 2 kilos. The browns can get up to 3 kilos. Yeah, and that's the majority of what you'll catch. You'll catch a lot of graylings, and then you'll catch some browns in between. And that's the whole point. That's what you want to do. You get a hold of a Taiman, you're just kind of holding on for dear life. You know, and what sucks is that Taimans aren't even worth much. That 4.888 4.8 kilogram Taiman that I caught was only worth 10 silver. You should be focusing on the browns. That's what you're really trying to catch. The browns are where the money's at. And the graylings are actually pretty decent. And there's usually cafe orders for the graylings too. So, and you know what spots to fish there? For the browns, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 main spots there to catch them at. Seven minutes. Oh, what the hell? Give me my rod back. All right. Well, I don't think it's better by time for me. Go to get some sleep, and then I'll be on here tomorrow. Trying to catch all the fishies I can catch. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.